Good afternoon, everybody. This is SPC Rules World 2008 here with a video on the potential for a significant severe weather outbreak tomorrow across portions of Alabama, Mississippi, maybe eastern Louisiana, Arkansas, more east central Arkansas, Tennessee, and portions of far west Georgia, as well, and maybe even portions of southeast Missouri. Before we get started with this video, I'd like to ask you to like and subscribe if you do like weather-related content, so you do not miss an upload on my YouTube channel. Also, while you're subscribing, hit the notification bell too, just like I said before, so you don't miss an upload. Anyway, guys, let's get started. So we have a pretty unstable atmosphere across portions of the southeast, including Louisiana, Mississippi, Alabama, and portions of the Gulf of Texas near Houston. As we go through the night, as dew points will drop off, a warm front will set itself up, and it should be actually unstable overnight across southern Alabama, Mississippi, and maybe even southern Georgia. As we go through the day, there will be a warm front lifting through central Alabama into Tennessee. So, actually, if you're watching from Tennessee, I got bad news. The forecasts have actually changed, and the warm front looks to actually make it into Tennessee with dew points in the mid-60s in western Tennessee, and dew points at 63-64 near Nashville. So bad news. I hate to break it, guys. And then it looks to move out with a cold front and possibly a dry line moving in. But I mean, look at that. In the afternoon, across portions of western Alabama, that's a 70, guys. That's really not good. There is a moderate risk for severe weather across portions of Mississippi, Alabama, Arkansas, and West Tennessee. Middle Tennessee, the risk for severe weather, it kind of just cuts off. Marginal for Nashville, slight for Central Tennessee, and enhanced for Middle Tennessee, and a moderate risk for far southern Middle Tennessee and Southwest Tennessee. I think that risk is going to be moved north, unfortunately, tomorrow due to the fact that models have been currently showing the warm front moving more north than previously thought. And unfortunately, guys, the Storm Prediction Center was considering at 0600 tomorrow there's a good chance there's going to be a high risk. I hate to say it, guys, there's going to probably be a high risk for Alabama, Mississippi, and parts of southeast Arkansas, and parts of eastern Arkansas maybe. But I think Alabama, Mississippi will be under the gun. Unfortunately, this is going to be our first potential, most likely high risk since May 2019. The ingredients just look super sufficient for a major severe weather and maybe even a tornado outbreak. Large, violent tornadoes are going to be on the ground tomorrow afternoon and evening across Alabama, Mississippi, with a strong, damaging wind threat for the Tennessee Valley, and maybe even an isolated strong long-track tornado in southern Middle Tennessee. Unfortunately, now we'll get into our convection surface-based cape. Give it a minute to load. It's going to take a minute to load. Should load in just a second. Okay, this is being really annoying. Wait, oops. Yep, that's what it means. We don't need that. My bad, guys. It's taking forever to load. What the hey? Sorry about this, guys. The models always do this. Oh, there we go. Sorry about that, guys. So instability values will drop off during the night, but there also could be some isolated storms across Mississippi and Alabama tomorrow morning. But as you guys can see, those cape numbers really get high in West Tennessee and in maybe western Middle Tennessee. So go for the day. I think the areas under the gun, definitely the high risk will probably be issued in these areas, like these areas right here. Unfortunately, I know the high risk, it might scare you guys, but if you have a plan in place, you'll most likely survive. Just make sure whenever there's a tornado warning issued, you go to a basement or an interior room on the lowest floor of your home. Trust me, you have a lot higher chances of surviving in one of those areas. And don't worry, people will likely survive. And remember, it's very low that a tornado will hit your house, so you don't really need to worry about that. But if there's a tornado warning, just take the right precautions and you'll be fine. So don't sweat it. And then the instability looks to move out overnight. I'm just going to be focusing on these general regions. I'm not going to be focusing on the east and today's threat, just tomorrow's, because it's so significant that I'm getting really worried, especially where I live in Tennessee, Central Tennessee. I gotta really watch out. So here's also the cape. It's like a different number, but actually brings some pretty significant cape into Tennessee. This is called 0 for free cape joules per kilogram kilometers. been pretty crazy stuff into Alabama as well. So really got to watch that. Here's the significant tornado. Parameter, give it a second. Models, man, they always take forever to load. I'm sorry about that, guys. Alright, so and then as we go for the night, this should start to really get elevated across Mississippi and Alabama, and even the Tennessee. That's got my eye, especially where I live in Central Tennessee. I mean, look at those numbers in West Tennessee, in Northeast Mississippi. My best friend, is actually with his family over spring break in Northeast Mississippi, and I'm really worried for him. Hopefully he'll be okay. So let's just hope he's going to be okay. The supercell composite is pretty high, especially across Alabama, Mississippi, where that potential high risk will be issued, and even Tennessee. I wouldn't be surprised if there's an enhanced risk for most of Middle Tennessee and West Tennessee, and there might be even a moderate risk if it is along and south of Interstate I-40. So we really got to watch that tomorrow, guys. Here's the updraft helicity. Oh, sorry guys, my mom's talking to me. I'll be right back. Yeah, Mom? Mom?
I don't have a clue.
Oh, okay.
Except for my own. I don't know if he's
I was in the middle of doing a really good...
Close your eyes. Hold out your hands.
Hey, Mom. Ooh, new books.
Uh-huh.
Cool, thanks, Mom. I'm gonna go upstairs and continue doing my video.
I'm gonna do the laundry and then in like 15 minutes, can we go for the walk?
Yeah,
Okay.
sure.
Well, everybody's got to do that.
Alright guys, now we'll look at our simulated reflectivity. Sorry guys, taking a minute for me to find it. Ah, here it is. So, just give it a second to load. Here we go. So there could be some supercell activity. A warm front's going to lift through, so Tennessee and Alabama, Mississippi will be in the clear. But you see these big supercell potential, and then this big line of strong severe storms moving in along with the cold front at the very end of the period. These could have potential for being supercell. These storms out ahead of it. This is going to be a really significant day. I really, guys, want you to be weather aware as we go through the day. So the line moves off the coast, but this should have significant potential for severe weather, and you guys should be weather aware. Well, anyway, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Make sure to stay tuned for tomorrow's video, where we're going to go into major detail over this potential significant severe weather outbreak. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, and have a great day. Bye, guys.